People are not leaving their jobs, but they leave their circles. We often hear that there are a lot of managers complaining that their best employees leave their jobs in difficult times, and that these employees, despite their job competencies, but they do not have job loyalty, explaining that this type of employees pursue their personal interests, and that their cost is great for companies that want to hire them. These managers are not looking for the main reasons or the main reason why such kind of competent employees leave their jobs in search of other jobs, but they are trying to invent flimsy reasons to convince themselves and their managers of this. But they should be well aware of this bitter truth that people do not leave their jobs, but their managers leave. Such a problem is easy to avoid in our organizations and businesses, but it requires a little effort and a different and new approach to management and managers in their dealings with employees. Before starting the search for solutions, let's see what are the main reasons why an outstanding and competent employee leaves his job in search of another job. Dr. Travis Bradberry, author of the book Emotional Intelligence, sees one of the best-selling books in the world, that there are 9 main and bad things managers do that are the reason for the loss of a competent and ideal employee from the organization. Employee burnout. Functionally, it is one of the most important things that makes an employee look for another place, and managers often fall into this trap, which is a common administrative mistake. A talented employee who is overworked sees that his work and achievements are the reason for his job fatigue, and that this is a kind of punishment for him, not to mention the negative consequences of job fatigue on the employee's production. Stanford University has published research showing that an employee's productivity decreases if his working hours exceed 50 hours per week, and decreases very significantly if the number of hours exceeds 55 hours per week, and no results can be achieved after that. If you have to increase the burden on a talented employee, you should reward him positively for this. Adjust his status, salary, or add any bonus or job title to him. Talented people do not mind taking additional work, but they also want to be rewarded for this and not punished for it, so they will go to other places that give them what they deserve. Failure to reward the employee or recognize his achievements, not appreciating and encouraging the ideal employee, is one of the common administrative mistakes that have the reason for the loss of competent employees from the organization. Unfortunately, many managers are creative in criticizing or blaming others, but they stand still when they see the creativity of one of their employees or his success. A successful manager should communicate directly with his talented and competent employees to see the most appropriate ways to make them happy. Some of them want to improve their situation. Some of them want to admit it in public, and some of them just say thank you. Lack of interest in employees. More than half of the employees who quit their jobs leave it because of their bad relations with their managers. Large and advanced companies train their managers to balance between being strict and being emotional. It is these managers who celebrate the success of their employees and empathize with those who are going through difficult circumstances and challenge others to make their employees happy. Studies have proven that managers who do not care about their employees increase their employee loss rate, because it is impossible to work for 8 hours or more a day with managers who do not care about your social status and care about nothing but your career production. Failure of managers to respect their promises. The danger in making promises is that it puts the promising under the microscope of the promise and on a line that lies between the vision of his employee to be happy or to go out of his hands. So be careful when you prepare your employees and what you prepare them, because they will not forget your promises to them and to things that make you grow up in the eyes of your employees to be honest and trustworthy. And if not, you will be disrespectful, and this makes you lose your best employees, because in this way you have created a negative work environment that helps to lose your talented people. They put the wrong person in the right place. A good and serious employee likes to work with talented and outstanding employees. And when managers do not do their job seriously in terms of recruitment and hire ordinary people or promote people who do not deserve it, but out of personal interest, This will be a major factor in discouraging ideal employees and losing them from the organization. They stand up to the passion of their employees. Talented people have a passion for work and to accomplish their work. If opportunities in the right environment are created for them, this will increase their productivity and job satisfaction. Unfortunately, there are many managers who harass his employees and do not want them to think outside the box, for fear that the employee's productivity will decrease if he opens the field of thinking and directing the passion that he has. And this fear is unfounded, as studies have proven that people who have the ability to pursue their passion at work have a productive mental capacity that is 5 times the capacity of the average employee. They fail to develop the skills of their employees. Managers often explain their inattention and indifference to their talented employees by trust or empowerment, and this is nonsense. A successful manager is the one who manages his employees correctly, regardless of their capabilities or talents. Managers think that a talented person does not like to be guided by anyone, but wants to perform his work himself. This is a misconception. These people listen to their managers and pay attention to what they say. If you want information from them, they will provide it to you. And here comes the talent of a successful manager. So you have to develop the skills of your talented employees, create spaces for them to work to increase their skills and develop their work. Do not tighten the noose on them. Give them responsibilities and ask them for results. So you develop their skills and achieve results for you and your organization. If you do not do this, they will feel bored and satisfied with themselves. These talented people do not make them feel bored and satisfied with themselves so that they do not think about going away from you. They fail to use the creativity of their employees. Talented employees have good habits, including that they want to develop any business they are involved in. If you strip them of that habit by developing things they want to develop, citing your satisfaction with the current situation, you will be the reason why they hate their job and their work. Locking up their innate creativity will limit their creativity and will limit your use of them. They fail to challenge their employee intellectually. Great managers always challenge their talented employees to accomplish difficult tasks. Talented people, when they find themselves doing very simple or routine things that bring boredom, they will look for other places to satisfy their intellectual challenge. In short, if you want to keep your ideal or talented employees, you should think carefully about how to treat them, because a talented employee has the ability to adapt in any work environment and options will be available to him. So, as a successful manager, you should keep them and make them work for you. Dr. Mohammed Baru Channel.